All right, it's 7 o'clock, so we need to get started. Good evening. This meeting is being recorded and can be viewed on Smoky Barn website. Alderman, you can address the board when I call on you and should only speak one at a time. All votes will require a roll call vote. Mr. Ball has asked when you're called on to speak, pause a moment to allow him to get in position with the microphone. Do what? No.
Good knows is one he said not to let him, right?
Well, I've got his stuff here.
Okay. It's up to y'all, y'all tell me?
No.
Nope. Not allowed.
He will be moving around the room as needed. When speaking, be clear because with your mask on, you might have to talk a little louder. After the meeting is adjourned, please keep the required 6 feet apart and leave City Hall immediately. It's time for a public hearing on Resolution 2006, a resolution to annex certain territory upon written consent of the owners and to incorporate the same within the boundaries of the city. Is there anyone to speak for or against?
No one contacted me to speak for or against.
Okay. Are there any citizens' comments?
Yes, Bill Vernich has a citizen's comment.
This is a comment regarding the solicitation ordinance that we passed last month, and it's up for a second reading this month. Mr. Ben Rose is the attorney representing a company that wants to do solicitation. He sent me a letter expressing some concerns he had about our ordinance, specifically the hours that we were limiting the door-to-door solicitation, which was from, I believe, 7 p.m. to 9 a.m. He also had a concern regarding the do not solicit list that we added to that with a provision that it would be updated every 5 years. And his concern was that was too long, that it needed to be updated at least every 2 years. I also spoke with Mr. Rose, and he's asked the board to defer the vote on this solicitation ordinance. I spoke with Rachel, and really I don't have any problem with it being deferred until such time as he can address the board or his client can address the board. So that's all I have on that.
Okay. That's item A under old business.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, it can be deferred. What's the pleasure of the board?
I'll be okay with deferring.
When it comes to the whole business, you can just vote on deferring it at that time.
He's an attorney, that's all.
He's the attorney that's representing a business that wants to do solicitation.
Okay. Call the August board meeting to order. Would you call the roll, please?
Davis, Deaver, DeLong,
Here.
Doris, Fagg, Higdon, Mayor Dawson.
Here. We do have a quorum. I checked with MTAS. If we only had 4 out of 7, would that be a quorum? And they advised me that it would be, so we could conduct regular business. If you please stand, we observe a moment of silence for everyone enduring difficulties at this time, followed by a pledge to our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which Thank you. You have a copy of the agenda before you. I would like to amend the agenda by adding item F, the rate study on water and sewer rates. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda as amended?
I'll make the motion.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor say aye. Thank you. You also have a copy of the minutes of the June 1st, 2020 regular board meeting. Are there any corrections or additions? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
All right, is there a second?
I'll second.
Call the roll, please.
Davis, absent Deaver, absent DeLong,
Yes.
Doris, absent Fag, Higdon,
Yes.
Mayor Dawson.
Yes. You also have a copy of the minutes of the July 6, 2020 board meeting. Are there any corrections or additions to these minutes? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Okay. Is there a second? Second, okay. Call the roll, please.
Davis, absent Deaver, absent DeLong,
Yes.
Doris, absent Fag, Higdon,
Yes.
Mayor Dawson.
Yes. Are there any presentations or memorials to be made? Okay. I have communications. As you know, we're looking for an interim licensed distribution operator for the water department. Tommy was the one for the city, and by state law, we have to have one because we distribute water. 2 of our current employees are scheduled to test in November. However, that being said, the state gave the city 30 days to get someone. This person will not be a permanent employee. Our engineer contacted Tennessee Association of Utility Districts for assistance. Last Thursday at the Robertson County Joint Economic and Development Committee quarterly meeting, Rachel T.J. Porter and I spoke with Springfield's Water and Wastewater Director Terry Beers. They are willing to assist us and ask that we contact the state to see what they can legally do to assist. Rachel has sent a communication to the state requesting this information. We do have a proposal for a rate study on the water and sewer rates from MTAS. The cost would be $60 per consulting hour and would not exceed $5,000. If you are called before the State Water Board, they would go with you, and that would be a plus. So this is item F in the agenda. We'll discuss that later. Well, I've come to the end of my term as the city's mayor, and I'm certain that some are happier than others about that. It's been an interesting 6 years. There have been ups and downs, as is the case with any venture. For the most part, I have enjoyed it. I came into the office under some unusual circumstances. The major thing I wanted to get accomplished in the last 4 years was to get a grocery store for Greenbrier. I'm pleased to say that that has been fulfilled. Hopefully, the IGA Crossroads Market will open by the end of August. I think everyone is going to be surprised and very pleased at what you're getting. It's really impressive and much larger than I had envisioned. It is first class and very attractive on the inside. I do want the citizens of Greenbrier to know that when I became the mayor, I only had one thing in mind, and that was to do what I could to make the city a better and safer place in which to live and work. I did not have an agenda other than that. I also want you to know that you're blessed to have an excellent group of employees that work for the city. They are all knowledgeable and professional and do their jobs well. They do not always get the credit they should, and I want to thank them for working with me and supporting me for the past 6 years and making my job easier. The one thing that is still outstanding, and I'm trying to get something going on it before I leave office, that is the sewer moratorium. Hopefully something can at least get started for some partial relief, because I know without a doubt the growth is coming our way and the city needs to be able to accommodate it. Again, it's been my honor and privilege to serve the citizens of Greenbrier for 6 years. Thank you. We'll move to old business now. No, I'm sorry. Do any of the aldermen have communications?
Yes, I have a couple.
Okay.
I'd like to propose or talk about the speed limit right through the center part of town here. Right now, it's of course 45, and with all the development that's happening there, with the ice cream place, pizza place across the street, McDonald's right there, kids getting out of school and going, I would like to propose to lower the speed limit right through there to 35 miles an hour. People come through the light there, like if you're coming from Ridgetop and going to Springfield, I seen it the other day, and somebody's trying to turn into the ice cream shop. These guys are speeding up, trying to make the red light and almost running over people. So I think that would help, maybe from the school to wherever we think it's appropriate, but I think it probably needs to be lowered right through there because we're gonna have a lot of foot traffic eventually.
I believe I'm correct that since that is a state highway, it would have to go to TDOT. So, I mean, the process can be started certainly.
And I think if the police chief will contact them, I'll tell him tomorrow if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah, would that be okay?
I would suggest if we change it from one city limit to the other, because the policemen, I don't know how they would, we changed it to 45, because it went 50, 45, 40, it changed, and I don't know when they stop people, how they know where they are.
That the speed limit changed?
Yeah, if we change it,
Well,
I like to see the full city.
Well, like they do in Goodlettsville, where it drops down to 35 right there, they've got one of those flashing, letting people know that the speed limit is a lot lower right through the center part of town there. So maybe they could come up with something like that, or bigger signs maybe. I mean, it'd take people a little while to get used to it.
Tickets would help.
Yeah, but it would slow people down. One, it'd be safer. And the other reason I thought it would be good is it would slow people down coming through town to kind of look around, not just zipping through. So, but mainly for safety reasons. If we could do something on that.
Okay, well, we'll have Chief Pack contact TDOT and start the process.
Yeah, work on it. The other thing I had is, I would like to see the city do something special for Tommy Mayman.
That's in the works. That's in the works. We are planning something, so.
Oh, okay, you've already got this plan?
Right.
Okay, then I won't be to do
Please let
Okay.
us know.
We will.
Well, can we say what it is, or is it
Not at this
not
time.
right now?
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
that's all I had.
okay. Attorney Vernich, do you have communications?
No, Mayor.
Okay. Interim City Administrator, do you have communications?
I do. I provided everyone a report that's on your desk, and it'll be posted online, but all the departments provided what they did for the month of July, and I'm hoping to do that every month, so there's more transparency, and everyone can see exactly what the workers do. And also, I would like to thank you, Ms. Bonnet, for being an excellent mayor. Whoever comes in after you has very big shoes to fill. It's just been an honor to work with you, so thank you very much. And so that's all I have.
Move to old business. The ordinance 2011, ordinance to amend municipal code Title 9, Chapter 2, Section 9-201, peddlers, the second reading. We've had a request to defer that until the person sponsoring it can be here. Do I have a motion to defer that?
I'll make a motion for this until the person can be here.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Davis, absent Deaver, absent DeLong.
Yes.
Doris, absent Fag. Higdon,
Yes.
Mayor Dawson.
Yes. Move to new business, Resolution 2006, resolution to annex certain territory upon written consent of the owners and to incorporate the same within the boundaries of the city. It's only one reading on this. This resolution annexes a small section of roadway on Cemetery Road. It does not affect any property owners that weren't notified by a certified letter. After this is passed, it will go back to the county for a vote. Do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Steve, is there a second?
I second, I would like to ask, how come it is just one reading?
On a resolution, normally it's just one reading, it's not an ordinance. Uh-huh. Any other discussion? If not, call the roll, please.
Davis, absent. Deaver, absent. DeLong.
Yes.
Doris, absent. Fag.
Yes.
Higdon.
Yes.
Mayor Dawson.
Yes. Resolution 2008, resolution to update the personnel policy, and this is also only one reading. The personnel manual has not been updated since 2016. This update follows our charter and includes the removal of city superintendent from the policy. Do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Okay, Steve, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Carol, discussion? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Davis, absent. Deaver, absent. DeLong.
Yes.
Doris, absent. Fag.
Yes.
Higdon.
Yes.
Mayor Dawson.
Yes. The next item is Resolution 2009, an agreement between the city and the city administrator. So at this time, I would like to recommend Rachel Slusser for the job of city administrator. I read through our personnel manual to be sure we are approaching this the correct way. And the manual states under the heading, hiring of personnel, the following. When a vacancy occurs, the city recorder will post internally for 3 days to give current employees an opportunity to apply. If after the 3 days the position is unfilled, the city recorder will advertise in the local media. This procedure was followed, and Rachel was the only applicant. She is qualified. She has an Associate's of Applied Science with a concentration in accounting from Volunteer State Community College, a Bachelor of Arts in Business Management and Human Relations from Trevecca Nazarene University, and a master's degree of Public Administration from Walden University. She has been an employee of the City of Greenbrier since 2007 and is a certified municipal clerk and a certified municipal finance officer. In addition to her qualifications, I received letters of recommendation from the other department heads and 4 other employees. Do I have a motion to appoint Rachel as the city administrator for the City of Greenbrier?
I make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
The discussion? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Davis, absent. Deaver, absent. DeLong.
Yes.
Doris, absent. Fag.
Yes.
Higdon.
Yes.
Mayor Dawson.
Yes. Congratulations. Resolution 2009, resolution to adopt an agreement between the city and the city administrator. It's only one reading. This agreement is a written agreement memorializing the terms of the relationship between the city and the city administrator to assure continuous and harmonious management for the city of Greenbrier. Do I have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion to adopt.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Discussion? Hearing none, you call the roll, please.
Davis, absent. Deaver, absent. DeLong.
Yes.
Doris, absent. Fag.
Yes.
Higdon.
Yes.
Mayor Dawson.
Yes. Resolution 2010, resolution authorizing the issuance of an interest-bearing sewer system revenue and tax capital outlay note series 2020 in the amount not to exceed $400,000 for sewer department, again, only one reading. This resolution is for a loan in the sewer department for up to $400,000 at a 2.69% interest rate. The loan is for repair on 2 and maybe 3, if we have enough money, major lift stations and for the screen system at the plant. The ordinance for the increase of water and sewer rates was originally 8%, and the board changed it to 6%. The difference between 6 and 8% was a total of $1.43 per 1,000 gallons for water and sewer. This will make a large difference in income of about $259,000 for the year, and will result in the second year in a row of a deficit in this department, as I told you about last month. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
I second
Discussion?
Well, these bonds be callable if we have the money to pay them off early.
Well, it's just a loan, so it's,
And we can pay off.
yeah, you should be able to. Any more discussion?
it. What's causing the deficit so bad? Is there one particular thing that's causing it to run and be in the hole, or is it just a
Well-
variety of things?
This year is different, of course, because we have so many people who haven't paid their water bills. You know, that's part of it. And it's just,
The sewer plant.
I'm sorry.
The sewer plant. If there's the chemicals for the sewer plant, it's such a big expense for, last year it was, we didn't realize how much it was gonna be.
Yeah, I anticipated it'd be that much.
Right, and so, this year, in fact, this week, they're installing special piping to get the chemicals where it's supposed to be. Instead of at the front of the plant, it's like where it should be, so hopefully the chemical process will not be as bad.
It won't, it'll be expensive.
Right, right, so,
Why are the lift stations in the sewer plant, most of them are built next to a creek? I've never understood that.
I couldn't tell you either. It's an engineering thing, but I can probably find out for you.
Well, I don't know. Sewer system's been here several years, yeah. Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Davis, absent. Deaver, absent. DeLong.
Yes.
Doris, absent. Fag.
Yes.
Higdon.
Yes.
Mayor Dawson.
Yes. Next item is finance. We have adjustments to water and sewer account in the amount of $3,919.70. Do I have a motion to approve? Steve. I need a second.
I'll second.
Okay. Call the roll, please.
Davis, absent. Deaver, absent. DeLong.
Yes.
Doris, absent. Fag. Higdon.
Yes.
Mayor Dawson.
Yes. And the last item is item I add to the agenda, the rate study on water and sewer rates from MTAS. You have the letter of agreement. You should have a copy of that. What they will do is, like I said, $60 an hour for consulting, not to exceed $5,000. Sounds like with the issues with the deficit in water, it'd probably be a good thing to do. Do I have a motion to approve that study?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Discussion? Uh-huh. Anyone else? Might call the roll, please.
Davis, absent. Deaver, absent. DeLong.
Yes.
Doris, absent. Fag. Higdon.
Yes.
Mayor Dawson.
Yes. Just a reminder that tonight's meeting is being recorded and will be available on Smoky Barn News. Please remember to leave as soon as the meeting is over and maintain a 6 feet distance apart. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I second.
All right. All in favor say aye. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure for the most part. I am pleased that And I don't know whether you remember on election night, me saying to you, I wanted to get a grocery store. So I went to bat and even got accused by those people of pushing too hard, but it was necessary, I thought, because a town with almost 8,000 people needs a grocery store. And I'm extremely pleased with what I saw today. I got to tour it, and it is a beautiful facility. So,
And tonight is your final meeting,
yes, it is.
and we have a new, what are we calling it? City
City
manager?
administrator.
City administrator.
Yes.
That's the
She-
city manager function, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and she
How would it be
will,
different?
she will do a great job. Should, about the same as the city superintendent, she'll have the same responsibilities. It's just that we had made the change in the charter to a city administrator if time came, so that's what it.
Thank you.